This episode's all about building your personal brand with podcasting. We speak with several executive coaches, consultants, thought leaders and business advisors on how they are using podcasting to connect more deeply with their audiences and engage on issues their tribes care about. First, Zoe Routh is a leadership expert who inspires big thinkers with big hearts to make a difference. Zoe's podcast has been an experiment in the making, and an experiment that's really paid off.
My podcast is named very creatively Zoe Routh Leadership Podcast. So I didn't put too much effort into the title. The reason I started it is I wanted to expand my audience. So I wanted positioning and I wanted visibility. And I really wanted to focus on, eventually after about 50 episodes, I worked out that I wanted to focus on boundless leadership. So I've narrowed down my topic to really think about that. And boundless leadership is all about dissolving barriers to success and exploring what's possible. That's the real boundless piece.
What challenges did you have in doing it?
Oh, well, the challenges were getting it set up. All the tech stuff was completely new to me. So I had to do lots of research in a very crammed schedule to try and work out what pieces of equipment I needed, how to get it set up, how to get it linked up to iTunes, which I have to say was an exercise in anxiety doing that. It was so complicated and it kept going round and round and round in circles until I finally worked it out. God, that was a huge challenge. So I think most of the challenges have been technology related, and then interviewing people, and then the sound quality was crap because the connection was bad. So that was been a huge, huge challenge. And I guess probably the second challenge is all about content creation. So because I publish weekly, that's a lot of content to generate, and I do it in two ways. I do it through interviews and I also do it through my own general broadcasting. So I present different ideas and content for the audience, as well as interviewing other experts. So keeping on top of the content production has been the second challenge.
What advice to others would you give in podcasting?
It took me about half a year, maybe even close to a year, to really get more focused on my message and the topic I wanted to cover. And I think more focused is better. So a more specific audience, a more specific topic makes it paradoxically easier to generate content on. So, and people find it more attractive because they know your podcast is about blah, and they can go in and really get what they need out of that. So I find that too, is that I enjoy podcasts that are more specific like that, with a very particular angle as opposed to a general one. So that's the first thing. I guess the second thing is to have a regular cadence, because if you do it frequently enough, and for me it's weekly, you get into a routine of that, and you get used to generating the content and thinking about it, and your audience builds as a result.
That's Zoe Routh. Another brand leader is Travis Bell, perhaps better known as the bucket list guy. He encourages people, his followers, and anyone who hears him speak at seminars to write down a list of things they would like to do before they die. His podcast, he says, is a powerful way to broaden his message.
Look, I started podcasting because I listen to them myself. It's a classic, when you go for a walk, run, workout, or doing something else, I can listen to a podcast. And I think when we met, mate, we both agreed that it's really hard to watch a video these days. Although everyone's on video, you can't like watch a video and do something else. You have to just shut it all down, and you can't multitask a video. So you can, like driving, for instance, I do all my podcast listening during driving. Why did I do a podcast? To get access, to provide a platform so I could meet cool people that are doing stuff that, I've got networks bigger than mine. I call database climbing, and to reach these sort of people. And because I'm genuinely a very curious person, and I love just discovering how did someone do that. So for me, they're business people that I admire, role models, authors, other speakers maybe, who are champions of causes, or people who have done. I've got a few Everest summiters on there.